What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video. The silly season gets even more silly or crazy, or however you want to talk about it. The Maple Leafs have acquired the rights, the signing rights, to Chris Tanev, a guy that we have been talking about on this channel for a while now, as he would be expected to be one of the Leafs' top targets to be going after in free agency. Now, my phone is going crazy. People are talking to me, asking what the Leafs are doing here, but we're going to talk about that in this video. So if you're new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Join the squad. I'd love to have you guys here. So before anybody gets crazy in the comments, try to listen to what I have to say here, because I'm going to say some stuff you probably will agree with and might not agree with. But let's just get down to the details, and then I'll give you my opinion on it. So the Maple Leafs, and this is kind of like a timeline of what's happened, the Maple Leafs traded for the rights for a 2026 7th-round pick and the expiring contract of Max Ellis. So Max Ellis probably could get a chance to sign with Dallas, probably play with their minor league, their AHL system, and then the Stars get a nice little pick. Now, Pierre LeBrun said Chris Tanev's agent, Wade Arnett, says there's no agreement at the moment with the Leafs, obviously, because he was, the rights were still with Dallas. Technically, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that they didn't talk to him, because it always happens. They haven't spoken yet. Toronto just acquired his rights, so obviously Arnett expects to hear from the Leafs soon. Then Darren Dreger talked about the Leafs potentially giving a massive term contract to Tanev and saying that they could go up to about 7 years because post-deadline the player has to be on the team's reserve list, so they can only go 7 years max. And then David Alter says, Trey Living says they will get to work trying to get Tanev signed. Now, I think people are going to look at that and think, okay, first of all, the Leafs could have just got him for free on Monday. But here's the thing. Between now and Monday, the Dallas Stars might have wanted to keep Chris Tanev, and it was explained that they actually did want to keep him, and there was a chance that they would keep him. But the Maple Leafs are trying to take a swing at getting this guy before he hits the open market or re-signs with Dallas. Now, him being traded from Dallas likely means that the Maple Leafs are a team that he would be interested in, and he would want to go to free agency, or he just flat out told Dallas that, hey, like, I'm going to free agency. Like, there's no way I'm signing here. I want to test the market first, and maybe I'll swing back around after. But here's why the 6 or 7 years could potentially make sense, and that's going to sound ridiculous to some people. If the Maple Leafs are seeing the going rate for Tanev being anywhere between $4 to $5 million in the open market on a 4 or 5 year deal, they could look at Tanev and go, look, man, we'll give you 6 or 7 years. And I know some people are falling out of their seats, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure if I fully agree with this either, but it's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen. You offer him that max term, the 6 or 7 years, and that average annual value, that 4.5, turns into like 3.7 to 3.5 to maybe even 3 million per year for 7 years. And, people are going to say, well, he's going to be so old by then. If the guy stops playing hockey in 3 or 4 years, the Leafs will put him on LTIR and pay him the rest of that contract until he's riding off into the sunset with his family and never playing hockey again. And again, I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. The Leafs do that. Robidaw Island is a thing, and there is loopholes to the CBA, and there's loopholes to the cap. And, we see teams like Vegas do this, Colorado, Tampa, whatever they have to do to win. If the Leafs are saying, look, let's play some tricks here too, let's offer this guy $3 or $3.5 million for how many years, get him way lower than his market value on 4 years, and then just in 3 or 4 years, bury him in the minors or put him on LTIR because his career might be over by then. Who knows, right? So if they do that, it might actually be smart to be able to go out there and continue to acquire more pieces. Because if you have Tanev locked in and signed, and especially if it comes in cheaper, maybe the Leafs can go out there and spend more money on another defenseman like we've been hearing and be able to focus on those guys and not have to worry about getting 2 on free agency day because they'll already have 1 locked up. It's very possible, and I do like the play from Brad Treliving. If this is what's going to happen, I think that that's a fair move, and I actually respect going out there and trying to make something different happen. Now, if we're looking at Tanev, yes, he's 34 years old. And if you give this guy a 6-year contract, like we're going to be giving this guy money, or 6 or 7 years, we're going to be giving him money into his early 40s. And again, like I said, you would just end up burying that. But you can see the deals that he's signed previously. Like, he's never been a cheap defenseman. Like, he's been around the $4 to $5 million mark for years. But as you can see, there's sort of a commitment here. And look at who's been signing these contracts. Like, look, Brad Treliving signed one of these deals. But if you look at what he's been getting, it's been 4 or 5 year contracts. Like, he's never been given like a big 6 or 7 year deal. So if the Maple Leafs turn around and give him that amount of money and that security, and he's from around here, like, first of all, let's look at his numbers here. He doesn't put up a ton of points, but he can. And maybe with the Leafs, he might put up a little more. But look at where this guy is from. Toronto, Ontario, Canada. If he wants to finish his career in Toronto, get a big long-term deal, get 6 or 7 years, and just get a 3 to 4, like, not 4. If they give him 7 years, it better be starting with a 3. But like $3 million for the next 6 or 7 years. This guy's going to be at home. He's got kids. He's got a wife. He's going to ride off into the sunset eventually, and he'll be at home, and he won't have to worry about the security of money, because the Leafs are just going to pay him out even when he stops playing, and it won't count against the Leafs cap. It'll count against their LTIR. But here's why Tanev is important. He logs a lot of minutes. He plays top 4 minutes. He blocks a ton of shots. Like, top 4 in the NHL, this guy has been incredible when it comes to blocking shots. Like, he was literally tied for 3rd. And he played less games than everybody else in the top 3 or 4 here, right? So he blocks a lot of shots, 207 to be exact total with both of his teams. Obviously, this guy got traded, and he played on multiple different teams. But Tanev would be a perfect fit for this team, and it looks like the Maple Leafs are probably going to be giving him that long-term deal. I'm going to check my phone literally mid-video on Twitter to see if there's more information, because this literally just happened. Also, Jeff Skinner just got bought out by the Sabres, and it looks like potentially maybe the Leafs could be interested in that. What's happening here? Toronto's positioned to strengthen their blue line. Some creative negotiations is required, but Zadorov and Oliver Ekman-Larsson remain prime targets in addition to Tanev. Wow. So the Leafs are really going out there and trying to get as many people as possible. Wow, this is a lot of talk right now for the Maple Leafs. I'm going to have more content coming out because there's just too much to talk about right now in this video without a lot of information. But I at least wanted to give you guys this. Expect a long-term deal for Tanev with that AAV coming down. And look, I've been seeing a lot of negative comments towards me in some of these videos and saying that I'm like reporting crap. I'm just doing this for fun, guys. I'm not saying any of this stuff is actually going to happen, or I'm not, saying, oh yeah, like it's a guarantee. I respect you guys. I love you guys just as much. And I hope that you guys know that this isn't like some sort of personal thing that I'm trying to like make up stuff or something. I just report what I see. I don't have inside sources. I just want to have fun here. So if you want to have fun hockey conversations with me, like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go Leafs go, and plenty more to come like tonight. I've got a lot of work to do. So peace.